Doesn't take much to look really good and to stand out in today's society. With the obesity rates at an all-time high, it really doesn't take much at all. If you get yourself in decent shape, get down to like anything from 14% body fat down to like 10, 9, any lower than 9 is probably a bit too little in terms of body fat. You might start looking underweight, but from like 10% to 15% body fat, that's perfect really. You're gonna stand out and then you start wearing clothes that are fitted. So I'm just gonna step through now how you can go from being an average looking guy to being a guy that is turning heads when you're walking in rooms. Girls are coming to train near you in the gym. Other guys are looking at you and might be a bit of envy, jealousy, or they might be looking at you, respecting you, thinking that guy is healthy, is in shape, is looking good, confident. Now, the first thing is getting yourself in good shape. You don't have to overtrain. For me, I think you only need to be putting in 3 to 4 workouts a week. Lift some heavy weights. You don't have to overdo it. Maybe twice a week you lift heavy. The other 2 workouts in that week, you might do a bit of cardio, some sprinting, some stretching, just making sure that you're working the full body as well. Because a lot of people, they miss simple things like I'll see guys with decent physiques, like good arms, good shoulders, and then they might have no legs or their neck might be extremely slender, slim, slender man. It's a funny word, but yeah, just little things like training your neck, training your legs, your calves. I neglected my calves for years. Even when I was training legs, I neglected my calves. It's only up until about a year ago I started really taking calves seriously and training them diligently throughout the week to make sure my whole body's in proportion. Do some hip thrusts. Like, don't be embarrassed to do hip thrusts in the gym because society might look at that and think, oh, why are you doing hip thrusts? That's what girls do. That's an exercise for girls. You keep living by these societal norms. That's why you're not becoming the man that you want to be. So train your glutes. You want that physique to come full circle. You want the big shoulders, the lean sort of body, low body fat, but you've still got muscle on your frame. You still look strong. You still look ready to go. Train your neck. Do some neck rolls. It's so simple. I've started doing them in the gym over the last few months and it's just making my whole physique come together. So you can just get on a mat, do some neck rolls, look it up on YouTube. It's pretty simple to be honest. Have a quick sip of my honey water. But yeah, and then just to look at my notes, make sure you're getting the right haircut to suit your face. Like, it's like me, for example, if I get a high fade, it makes my head shape look strange because I've kind of got like an oval shaped head. So if you're like that as well, then just make sure you're getting the right haircut that suits your face shape. And that's going to be a game changer because a lot of guys, they don't look their best just because their haircut's not correct. Now, once you start putting these things in place, you get in the gym, get your body fat down, start doing your cardio, you wear nice fitted clothes. They don't have to be designer. This is the thing as well. I've seen guys out in clubs dripped out, Louis Vuitton t-shirt, Louis Vuitton man bag, these squared jeans. Their outfit's probably worth about £3,000. I've walked in that same venue wearing a Zara quarter zip jumper, maybe some trousers that I bought from River Island, and a piece of jewelry like a silver bracelet that's probably cost me about £100 or so. And because of the muscle, the shape, and the fitting of the clothes, it just looks a lot more well put together than the guy who's not in shape but is dripped out with, like, you know, Louis Vuitton t-shirt, these squared jeans, Dior trainers. Sometimes it just looks too much. my rule for designer is have one designer on and have the rest of your clothes like either no brand or like maybe Zara, River Island, something like that. Because when you've got too many different designers, you look like that guy that's, you're trying to be a rapper, or you're trying too hard. You look like you're kind of thirsty for women. You're trying to put out that appearance. No, don't worry about that. Get yourself some nice fitted clothes. Head to Zara, River Island, H&M, all these kind of shops there. They do nice. And the clothing there as well, it's reasonable price. You can get a quarter zip jumper for £40 from Zara. You can come out of Zara you can spend about £100 in Zara, go out to a club, look like the absolute man if you've got a nice haircut and a good physique. It's pretty simple, to be honest. And then even you can take it to another level. So about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started using sunbeds. Now that's another thing people might look at and think like, why using sunbeds? Like, that's for women. Is it though? Is it for women? Like, why is it for women? In the winter in the UK especially, we're not getting much sun. So that means throughout the year, most people are looking pale. Now, if you want to just stand out a little bit, have a bit more of a glow to you, why not jump on a sunbed? Increase your your vitality, appearance, get that bit of a glow, that extra tan. Now that's gonna make you feel better as well. That's gonna make you look better. It's gonna make you more confident in yourself. And now when you start putting all these things together, you're dressing well, you got good style, you have the right haircut that suits your face, you've got a little tan, you got a glow, you're in the gym regularly, and then when you throw in the extras like semen retention, meditation to calm the mind, start speaking, articulating yourself correctly, not overdoing it with the designer clothing, then before you know it, you'll be going out in public and it's like you stand out like a sore thumb. It's just getting towards summertime in the UK now. I can go out in this Primark vest, what I've got on now, a pair of black Hugo Boss shorts, what cost, £50 or so, and some Air Max 110s, as we call them, or even you could get yourself some Zara trainers, no brand, for about £50, £60. Now, if you're in good shape, with this simple Primark vest, plain black or white, some black shorts, they don't even have to be designer, and some decent trainers, you're in shape, you've got a tan, all of a sudden, I'm walking on the road in the sun and the amount of heads that are turning, it's crazy. It puts you on, as First Man talks about, that kind of celebrity level where, because people are so out of shape these days, the game's just getting easier and easier. Now, let me refer back to my notes. So, yeah, so I've covered most things I want to talk about in this video. There's going to be plenty more content dropping. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic in the comments below if you like the video. And just one last thing to mention before I finish the video. I've been reading a book called The Science of Getting Rich by author Wallace D. Wattles, and he mentions we should live for the body, the mind, and the soul equally. None is more important than the other. So don't get lost in the Looksmaxxing, thinking you need to focus on your look so much and forget about your mind and your spirit, because you need all three of these things to work in tandem to start to feel more confident in yourself. You might have the clothes, you might have the appearance, but if your mind's not right, you're not going to be confident. If your spirit's not right, your energy, the vibration you're giving off is not going to quite be there. And people are going to feel that, girls are going to feel that, potential clients are going to feel that. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up there. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. I'll see you again soon. God bless.